live, laugh.
How's it going, everybody? We are joined by the monster. Do you have is there something that goes before Knull? I feel like you need something. There's like the Demon Cade, and
it's just no. Some people call me like the Dark Lord or like King of Darkness, but
okay,
those are nicknames that other people have given me over my time.
Yeah, I like it. Like Prince, the Lord of Darkness, Knull. As because you got like the Dead Man and the Demon Cade, and
I kind of like Knull standing on its own because it's one of those cool things that I think can stand on its own. And it stands pretty tall on its own.
Yes, sir. That's how I feel. But I think it's cool. When people give me nicknames and stuff, like that's pretty dope for sure.
Yeah.
Like
if you could give yourself a nickname, what would that be?
Man, I honestly don't know.
I don't know how I would answer that.
What I got now, like King of Darkness or something like that. I'm just always been into that type of stuff.
Like horror movie stuff or like the occult. Like what kind of darkness?
Yeah, like horror movies, cults. That's basically what I kind of portray my character as. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what is your favorite horror movie?
Oh, okay. So the Michael Bay Texas Chainsaw Massacre from like 2003, 2006. Those are my favorite horror movies.
There you go.
Yeah, by far.
I'm gonna take you guys' word on it. I have a baby when it comes to horror movies. I watched.
You gotta watch those.
I watched Scary Movie 3 when I was in like elementary school, and I couldn't go to bed without the light on that night. So,
oh no, that's not. Really
he couldn't handle the.
Not built for it.
He couldn't handle the parody of this scary movie.
Yeah, that's a parody. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like those, like they're way different than any other like Texas Chainsaw. Like way different.
So much better than the Netflix one that came out like last year. It was so bad.
Oh yeah, that one was trash. That one was super trash. That one was trash.
Yeah.
Well, we know one good thing. Two things going into here. You drive a monster truck.
Yeah.
And Michael Bay makes a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, he does. The best.
Yeah.
The best, yes, sir.
This is a sidetrack question, and that's kind of why I'm on this podcast, is to make sure that nothing ever goes 100% smoothly. Do we think the chainsaw is the best choice of weapon?
Not at all.
You got to get close. Like maybe like the branch trimmer ones that are like really long. You just like
you got to get too close to the person. I mean,
yeah.
The best would be a firearm, but when it comes to like horror, a firearm in a horror movie is kind of boring. So you got to use something crazy. So
what about like a crossbow with like flaming arrows or?
Nah, that's like what they do with the wizards. Wizards do that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like a chainsaw is like the best. So like a big knife.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I guess as far as serial killer weapons go, chainsaw's probably got to be up there.
Oh, for sure.
It's longer than a knife. Although Kane, kind of a topic, he had a nice hook, so you got distance with that. But the accuracy. Have you seen that in the See No Evil?
Oh yeah, yes sir. I saw that. It's been a long time since I've seen that though. Since I was a kid, and it kind of scared me a little bit.
I was too afraid to watch it.
It came out when I was like 8 years old, so it kind of...
That was my introduction to Kane before I ever started watching wrestling. So to me, they're one and the same. Terrified of him forever.
Yeah, there has to be people.
So you just jumped into seeing the evil Kane just like that.
There's got to be people that that's how it went. They're like, why are they letting this crazy man that murders people like wrestle Carlito this week?
Oh, did we lose connection?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I thought it said we lost connection or something for a little bit.
Oh no, we're all you guys now. Okay, awesome.
What we can do if it works any better is we could do a phone call if it continues to go in and out and all that. But I mean, it's whatever works best.
For sure. I'm all good.
Yeah, Christian just wants your phone number.
I have a collection of numbers now.
Yeah, so we kind of got off topic, but where can people find you on social media and all that good jazz?
Shit, everything is the real Knull. The real Knull. You know, I didn't even make that Instagram name. Somebody else did.
Yeah.
Like one of the social
good.
media people for AEW made that name so people can find me.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Otherwise, I had before I had an Instagram account with nothing to do with my wrestling career. Like it was all had nothing. It didn't correlate at all to my wrestling character. Like my old handle. So.
Is there I wonder when they made that for you, if they were thinking, yeah, this guy reminds us of Kane. He's definitely not the imposter Knull. No. This is the real Knull.
So that was I don't know if you guys ever saw my old gimmick when I went by Diablo. It was too much so I literally wore a flame suit, so I had to just make a change. And so I came up with this character, and I feel like it's working pretty good.
Oh yeah. Very, very scary. We saw you this past weekend at
just being myself.
Yeah, which is kind of terrifying. You're an anomaly for me. We went back to the fact that you have a monster truck, which for those listening, I don't know how else you could describe it. Can we talk about how do you get that? Where do you park it? I have so many questions.
Park it. So the good friends of mine at Euro Prestige Imports, they allow me to park cars there. It's basically a warehouse full of vehicles. So you can't take that vehicle to a regular parking lot. So it needs to be somewhere secure.
Yeah. So
I'm actually filming a TV show for that company in September in Fort Lauderdale. It'll be called Truck Dynasty.
Truck what?
Truck Dynasty. You ever heard of Duck Dynasty?
Yes,
so
yes.
Yeah, it's Truck Dynasty, but it's like ducks but trucks. So it's nothing but truck stuff. So I'll be on there. You'll be able to see me on there September.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I believe you because that kind of stuff does exist. But it does sound like a lie. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying the reality TV show has gotten so crazy now that there's nothing you can tell me that you can tell me that everything is a reality show. Any profession, there's so many different reality shows about fish tanks. They're actually not totally unenjoyable. But yeah, Truck Dynasty.
About fish tanks?
Yeah,
called
tanks. I thought it was weird. I didn't think it was weird. It's cool. It'll be. I think it comes on Discovery Channel. So it's basically just like I said with Duck Dynasty, but with truck guys. So the company is Apocalypse 6x6. They didn't manufacture. They build a truck, so they want to feature me on the episode. Hopefully, I can do it where I'm driving a truck into an arena again or something like that, because that'll be awesome to be able to capture that for TV.
That was awesome.
Are you familiar? I'm sure you are, but with the Halloween Havoc when it was a monster truck fight. It was 95 or 96. It was Hogan and the Giant.
Yeah, obviously, that's when I was born. So obviously, but I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do to make that happen for you?
I guess find some other big guy
with the monster truck.
Yeah, find some other guy that drives a monster truck.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we're talking so much about the truck, but I have something.
It's crazy to see.
It's
crazy to see in person.
Yeah, is that a custom truck or how do you get that truck? What kind of truck is it? So
you familiar with Jeeps? It's a Jeep.
Yeah,
it's a 6-wheeler Jeep on a 6x6. So it's a Jeep Gladiator, a standard Jeep Gladiator, but on the shell of a Gladiator, but it's jacked up with 40-inch wheels.
So you have that custom made?
I mean, kind of detailed to my wrestling character. Honestly, that's where we got the idea from. The shop, we built it ourselves at the shop that I'm partnering up with. We kind of just matched it up to my new gimmick and just to see what we can do with it. And we built it, and then I drove it out at Dorton, and it just went pretty crazy. It got a lot of attention. So now I'm just curious to see what I can do with it.
Yeah.
It's all black on it, like black everywhere. I got 50 cal bullets. Okay, I was a machine gunner, so I got like a 50 caliber antenna, like from me being a machine gunner in Marine Corps and whatnot.
Awesome.
So you were saying that your earliest memory of wrestling is probably Rey Mysterio, Friday Night SmackDown.
Definitely, man. I remember. So it was a lady at my church, and she was babysitting me one night, and it was like my first time ever watching wrestling. Like 6 years old, I think. I was like 5 or 6, and so this was like 2000, 2001. And it was like my first time ever watching wrestling at like 5 years old. And like I was in the basement with my other cousins and like kids from church, and it was Friday Night SmackDown. And all I remember is just like Rey Mysterio, maybe like Eddie Guerrero. This is a long time ago. I'm 28 now, so this is a while. So I remember just like those two guys being like my first wrestling memory, and I was just captivated by like the character work. And then I started watching more, and I saw like Kane and Undertaker, and I was just like blown away. Just like, wow, these guys look like not even human. I didn't think they were humans, when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Blown away by just the character. The in-ring stuff was cool too, but just like being a little kid and seeing that larger than life character is what kind of got me hooked to wrestling as a child, for sure.
Yeah, the blue smoke and the flames, like that inside of a building is just crazy. They're kind of scary, yeah.
So for you, like, what was that first character like? Or not even the first character, like the first crew of guys that you just became fans of from watching it. You just decided I'm gonna ride with these guys for a bit.
Oh yeah, so definitely Rey Mysterio, Ray, Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, Kane and Undertaker, and Randy Orton. Those are like my Those are like my guys growing up. Shit, still that's like good. My guys to this day.
Is that King Booker era? Or
yeah, it was. So I started watching. I was like King Booker era.
Yeah, I hated him. Like he was such a good kid. Like for me as a kid, I was like, this motherfucker.
I just liked him. Like I don't know. I just liked him because he kind of reminded me of somebody I would see growing up. Like a big
for sure.
So I kind of described myself. Yeah. I didn't mean to throw that in there, but like it kind of just looked like somebody growing up, and I just see him on TV.
Yeah,
just pretty cool to see.
He's so underrated. I think a lot of maybe why he never reached like the peaks that he should have been is just because like WWE's like kind of racist. Like wrestling as a whole, like, there's a systemic problem in it. But he is like he has it all. Like Booker T is like, I mean, look at the feud he had with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I would say if given the right platform, he could be up there and he could be doing what he could be doing.
And that's one of those unfortunate things about WCW not lasting, because he was set up to be the guy for the next 10 years. And you go from being the guy to being an undercard guy, which is crazy. I mean, in some cases is fine, but in a lot of cases that's like, God, so shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just feel like that just took him down a little bit because, I mean, he had all the charisma. He had all the in-ring ability. He had a great physique. He was an awesome character. Like, he cut good promo. He did everything that a top guy should, would be able to do. But, he's one of my favorites. My first inspired by him and Kane, like Harlem Heat and Kane. So, I like him.
I didn't realize, this is probably dumb on me, but I didn't realize that him and Stevie Ray were actually brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually, like in wrestling, anytime somebody tells you something, you just kind of take it with a grain of salt. But I was watching like the biography thing they did of him. I was like, oh shit, actual brothers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, real brothers. I used to think Kane and Undertaker were brothers growing up.
Yeah, see, that's why I was like, I don't know if they're real brothers because like I've been told all these lies before.
For me, that was Edge and Christian. I did believe they were brothers, in fact.
Was that part of the
everybody.
story?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a story for a long time until it just wasn't. Like Christian goes to TNA, and then when he comes back, they act like that was never a thing.
Yeah, I used to think all those guys were brothers, but I remember vividly, like when I started second guessing wrestling. Though, do you guys remember the episode where Teddy Long died?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if he died, but like something tragic happened. Like
He got like kidnapped by the Undertaker, right? And then we didn't see him forever.
Yeah, so like people thought he died. You know, people were thinking Teddy Long died and something like that. And he came back after they thought he was dead. So I was like, what the heck? Like, so I kind of like second as a kid. You know, you just don't know what to believe. So I was like, man, what the heck? Dude died and just came back.
Yeah, like as I remember it, like Teddy Long goes into a limo. Undertaker is driving the limo and is like, "Welcome to hell, Teddy," and then they drive off, and Teddy Long is gone for like a year.
Gone, yeah. He just comes back.
Like nothing ever happened. Only booking matches with the Undertaker.
So it
that happened.
Kind of tripped me out as a kid. I was like, "What the hell?" Like this dude died and got whatever just happened to him. Now he just walked back out.
Yeah.
So I started things like, what's really like, you know, like I started like looking into it, like that's a little bit interesting.
The same thing happened with me. I don't know if you remember when Vince McMahon, like his limo got exploded.
Yes.
And then Chris Benoit happened, and then he comes out. I was like, this motherfucker. Like, he's supposed to be dead. And after that, the Chris Benoit thing, I was like, this is kind of dumb. So I took a break too after that. So I definitely feel that for you.
But now that I do it, you know, I'm a lot, you know, I'm pretty invested into it. Just, you know, invested in it to see and keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
So I try to watch as like much as I can, like any promotion.
Yeah.
Like whether it's indies, like I try to watch all that I can.
We'll make sure we end in 30 minutes so that you can watch Dynamite.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna watch that tonight. But it's all good though.
It's okay.
So
wrestling nerds here.
So now that you're in it as you described it, kind of walk us through that story of how you got involved, how you decided I'm not going to be a fan anymore. I'm going to do this. What did training look like? Just walk us through that whole experience for you.
Oh, I got the craziest story.
Okay.
So, to be honest with you, so I started watching wrestling like pretty early. Like I stopped watching wrestling probably about in like 7th grade. Like I kind of just like stopped watching it. I went to the Marine Corps, went to college, went to the Marine Corps. First off, I'll say this. I was very skinny when I went to the Marine Corps. I was, you know, my height is 6'7", but maybe like 175 pounds. Still muscular, but like nothing like I am in that picture that you see like right here. Like nothing like that. And like my father figure was like, hey, like we're gonna get you into pro wrestling, because when I got out of, you know, when I was close to getting out the Marine Corps, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So he was like, hey, we're gonna make you a pro wrestler. So I was living in Cali. I flew back home to Charlotte to visit. I talked to him, and I talked to David Crockett, because like David Crockett is a family friend of ours. He was like, yeah, man, like you might be good at wrestling. Who knows? Like, just got to give it a shot. So I talked to him, and then like no lie, like 2 days later, I ran into Cedric Alexander at the barbershop. Like 2 days later, a conversation. Like I didn't. The thing is, just so you know, I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, because I didn't know who Cedric was at all. Had no clue. But me and him just started talking, like having a casual conversation, and I started telling him like, yeah, because he was asking me like, what do you do? I was like, well, I'm in the Marine Corps, but like my dad's trying to get me to be a pro wrestler, and then I just like set a light bulb on Cedric's head, because he's already at the the very top of the business.
Oh yeah.
So me and him exchanged numbers. That was December 22nd, and then my first day in the ring with him was Christmas Eve of 2019. Nice. With him in South. So that was literally how quick it happened. Like it was.
What did George South say when he first saw you?
Like, where the hell did I come from? Basically, like what the heck? Like, who is this guy? Just like blown away, because just blown away at my size, look.
Yeah.
But he didn't know me. George didn't know me at all, so he didn't know like how I was as a person. So George has gotten to know me over the years as a person. I think I passed this test. Just being like a good person.
Yeah.
Coachable and whatnot.
What do you think is the best piece of advice George South has given you, if there is a great piece of advice there?
Oh man, there's tons. Let me think, because he said so much over like the years. I know for one thing, he's really big on wiping your feet like before you get in the ring, because it like kind of just shows like your respect.
Yeah.
To the ring, to like the wrestler. So just like wiping your feet. So literally, like, I probably never got into the ring without wiping my feet, like, ever. And just like the terms of how to treat people in the business, like being humble, coachable, being open to things, just being like a good dude. George has definitely helped me out with, for sure.
Yeah. You ever talk about Jessica Simpson?
Nah, but she's beautiful.
No. We've heard conflict. Like we had Brittany Jade on a while back.
Yeah.
She said that he talks about Jessica Simpson nonstop.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to suspect he only talks about her with her.
Yeah, the second person who's never heard of it. So,
hey, I never really missed the George class when he was training here in Charlotte. So
yeah,
I don't recall him Jessica Simpson, but
yeah,
who knows?
All right, we might have to.
I just don't. I've never had
on that one.
So from George South, if I'm understanding correctly, then you go to Dustin Rhodes Academy.
Yes, that really has like catapulted my career. So my first time meeting Dustin was January 8th of 2022. That was like the Battle of the Belts, I believe. Battle of the Belts, Bo Jones. Yeah, here in Charlotte. It's my first time doing like AW Dark. And Dustin was blown away. I was still relatively new, because I hadn't had a whole year of like working matches. So I was still relatively green, but he was just like blown away at my skill set that I had and my size, and just how, just how I was as a person. He just like liked what he saw from me. So he just wanted to kind of learn more, and that ended up with me going down to Austin back in April 2022, and did his camp. And I feel like after him touching me up, it's just been amazing. He's the greatest, I think. As far as just his knowledge.
Sure.
Just look at me. He's created. I'm not gonna say he fully created me, but he gave me like ideas and stuff to help me kind of be creative and create like what everybody else sees now when I go to the ring and when I'm in the ring.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Did he help with the whole character? Because I know we saw you, I think it was last year in April at FWE, and you were still Diablo.
Yes.
So
that shit was gone when I went to him. So originally AEW didn't really want to put me on TV because I look so much like Kane. So I look too much like Kane to be on like Elevation and whatnot. So Dustin was like, "Hey, like, gotta come up with a new character." So I kind of had my own ideas what I wanted it to be, because I'm very into like the punk, like grunge, like aesthetic, just like the dark, black, everything. So I started doing research on like a lot of dark, like black metal bands, because like the black metal artists are like the craziest artists in the world. I don't know if you guys are hip to like black metal.
Oh yeah, they like burned down churches and
those guys sing. Like those guys are like hardcore, like just crazy people. So that's kind of a lot of my my inspiration from, because I kind of want my own like cult, like a cult following. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's kind of where it came from.
Sidebar topic, but do you have a favorite cult? Like, if you had to choose to be in a cult,
Huh?
who would? If you had to choose to be in like a cult, which cult would you choose? Like in history?
Shit, I started my own cult. Like, I started my own. Cause they do a lot of evil. I'm not an evil person. I'll just put this out there. I'm not like a worshiper. A lot of people think I'm like a real life, like vamp or like devil worshiper. Like I'm not. But some people, they believe my gimmick. Like I've had girls straight up tell me like, yeah, you're attractive, but like you just look like you just into like some crazy stuff. So I just can't. I wouldn't want to. I'm not attracted to it. So they believe characters not believable. It turns off women.
Yeah.
Some women they like it.
Yeah.
But
so you're actively making sacrifices for your wrestling career. You're having to turn down women because you're so. See, these people that
live in the gimmick, brother.
They train, they work hard, but you're out here just having to turn women away because that's that.
My gimmick scares them. Like legit, it scares them. Like they think I might go crazy on them or something. I'm very like chill in real life.
Yeah. So it's kind of difficult, like on the indies or like lower levels, like long-term storytelling, and like I think like a character like yours would thrive like on a TV like product. Like you look at Kane and Undertaker and the stories that they had. What are some? Do you have any given thought to like some storyline or some ideas that you would like to be able to do, but kind of you're limited by the current state of like indie wrestling?
Man, so yeah, the indies it is very hard with storytelling because people like come and go. Like you don't really paying people book. Like one show could be totally different than the last. Like there's not really any long term storytelling. But I mean, some indies there are.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely. So I've had some people I've been talking to. They think like a cool storyline would be like Kane coming back to like say if I was in WWE officially, like Kane coming back and like bringing me in as like the new kind of like him, except like my own type of swag.
Yeah.
So I think that could be pretty cool. Or like a feud with like another big guy like Cruel. You guys know Cruel.
Fuck
like
yeah,
with him. Like me and him have something brewing right now. Because I came in at IWE and I tombstoned him at the end of the match. So, me and him are going to have our little like feud. So I think that could catch a lot of eyes because he has this thing. I have my thing going.
Yeah.
And he's a giant. He's creepy. He's super creepy.
Yeah. We were at a DPW show last month, and he came out and they had a moment where the lights went out. And like I know wrestling's like I know everything's like already set up and planned. I know he's just a normal guy, but part of me is like, fuck, I'm in a room with Cruel and I can't see anything. And it was just like scared. So I definitely understand what you're talking about.
No, it's very believable with him. Yeah. I think he's one of the best bigs in the indies. That's just me. Sure. Cause he, I learned from him. When people tell me, like, hey man, you're one of the best bigs in the indies, I'm like, man, I still have a lot of work to do. So I'm trying to learn from Cruel.
Yeah.
But like I appreciate when people tell me that, but I just feel like I have a long way to go.
Yeah, I would definitely be invested in a storyline with you too. You guys could put up some crazy shit, especially if you're given like the platform to like do it over a period of time.
Yeah.
Plus, a tag team run between y'all would be really, really cool. Just throwing that out there.
You wouldn't be able to get beat. I feel like we wouldn't like who would beat me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like who? Like who? I'm just trying to figure out who would beat me and him. Like he's a very dominant, like
to make it believable.
Yeah, you got to make it believable. And you got me. I got my own type of thing. So it's like, who would you have that would beat me and him? If me and Cruel.
That's a good point.
I'm asking you, who would you have? I want to know.
Oh, geez. Honestly, no one. I don't think it's believable.
So here, I could do like maybe like a team of like Minoru Suzuki. Like and then God, who else is big and like talented? That's why I think you're
if
like
we're just fantasy booking, like Tankman and Bojack would be that'd be a fun 2v2.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I haven't worked either of them like in singles.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty dope to wrestle any of those guys because they're just great in the ring.
Sure.
And they're huge. Like Bojack is massive and he's very impressive in the ring.
Yeah. He's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like every time you see him, like you never get what you expect. Like no matter, like it's always more than you expect, and like the expectations are typically pretty high, and he just delivers time and time again.
Oh, for sure. My first time seeing him was in 2021 at PWX Pier. You know, I don't know if you got those shows, and he hit like he had a moonsault, and I was just like, "What the?" It blew me away. That was my first time ever seeing him work.
Yeah,
and he hit the guy's like 400 pounds hitting the moonsault. Like it just blew me away. Just seeing that crazy.
Do you have any like, moves in your repertoire that are like kind of like that? Like where you're like you kind of dust off to like Wardlow's got his Swanton Bomb. Is there something that Knull has that like?
Yeah. So the thing is with me, like I'm known for being very athletic, like super athletic. I just don't get to show it too often because you know I'm not with guys that are my size. But you know, of course, like I walked the top rope. I hit like the RKO, the moonsault, or the blockbuster off of the top rope. I could do like the frog splash, swantons, like Rana's. Poison Rana's probably my favorite move.
Is there a video of that? I would love to see.
I do have a video of me doing a Poison Rana.
Awesome. I will definitely ask you from that later.
I haven't hit anybody tall enough to hit it on, but like hopefully, say if I went like Cruel or something, like that'd be perfect to hit a Poison Rana on him.
Yeah.
So you had a tryout with WWE recently, right? Like in the last 6 months or so?
Right. Yes, right. So I'm in a weird situation with them because it's during the hiring freeze. So I went down. I had a one-on-one tryout at the Performance Center. Right when like the Vince McMahon and like the hiring freeze like happened. So like I wasn't able to get signed right then, but I never got cut. So I just have to kind of start to see what happens over the next few months.
What did, and if share as much as you're comfortable with, what did that day look like for those who might not be familiar with that?
So I went down, I had a show in Atlanta, and then like my birthday was 4 days after the show. Like my birthday was like 4 or 5 days after the show. And they called me after the match in Atlanta, and they're like, "Hey, like, I want you to get you down to the Performance Center for a tryout." I was like, "Cool." So originally, I was gonna do like a group tryout where it's like 40 or 60 people, but then they pushed it up to like, "No, we want you to do a one-on-one tryout." So that's like crazy because like you rarely hear guys getting one-on-one tryouts for WWE, just like unheard of. So I was like not freaked out. I was like ready for it. I know I take pride in like staying in shape year round and just being ready. But I went from having like 2 or 3 months to prepare to 4 days to prepare.
Yeah.
So I went down for a week. And honestly, it was like probably the best time of my wrestling career so far. Literally wake up in the morning, you hit weights, and then you have a ring session, and then you have another ring session in the evening. So it's like 2 ring sessions and weights every day. Then like a show and the NXTs on Tuesdays. And you got like the live events on the weekends. So it's a really cool like deal they got going on.
Yeah. What did you get to work with during that week?
Man. So of course they have a lot of the NIO guys. Like guys that come out the Olympics. Right out of college. Whatnot. I have to say, first for anything, like for me, like I'm just very proud of myself that I'm able to keep up with that caliber of athlete and actually like blend in and not look different than them. Because I mean, those are the top athletes out there, like from top to bottom, from the shortest to tallest, big as the smallest. They are amazing athletes. So just the fact that I was able to blend in and not look any different than them was just like a major plus. First off, because we got guys and girls literally out of the Olympics, like gold, like silver and gold medalists in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So you got me, just like a guy from the Marine Corps that lifts weights, wrestles. Yeah. But see, I got to work with like Norman Smiley. You know, he's a coach there. I got to work with Coach Bloom, A-Train, Coach Moss, Johnny Moss. Got to work with Mr. Brookside, you know, from the UK.
Wow.
I'll say the highlight of the trip, though, like of the trial, was when I really got to like show my skill and like work with like Odyssey, and then work with like Josh Briggs and work with Bailey. I got to work with what's his name. Got to work with. Oh, I'm having a brain fog right now.
Oh, it's all good.
I see his face. Is what's his name, son? I don't know. I forgot his. I just talked to him too.
William Regal.
Yeah, I got to work with Regal's son. Yeah, Regal's son. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really got in with those guys. Like I was really able to kind of like work and really like wrestle. But I mean, the guys and girls there at the Performance Center, they learn like, you know, they learn so quick. Like so quick.
Just look at all the talent. Like Norman Smiley's vastly underrated. Like awesome.
Robbie Brookside, like that's
the
wrestling nerd in me. It's just like that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it was super awesome. It was like all those coaches. They literally have the best coaches in the world. Like,
yeah,
the most knowledgeable people. And sometimes you have the guys from the main roster, girls main roster. Yeah, you have like the guys and girls that like come train. You know, from like Raw and SmackDown, you just never know who's gonna pop in, and you could just work with those guys too. So it was just a very experience for sure. So hopefully, you know, eventually I work out something long term with them. That's definitely where I would, you know, where I want to be at for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I like not trying to like be a kiss ass or anything, but like Knull is larger than life, and definitely I think it best suits like that big like being able to tell a story and being able to be on the big stages. I think definitely, because as much as we love seeing you wrestle like locally, I think it'd be really cool to see you in the big times.
For sure. I mean, that's definitely a goal for me for sure. Cause I feel like, you know, I see the character as something bigger than like what it is. So, and I feel like it gets a pretty decent reaction from wrestling fans when they see it, especially for the first time. Like, what the hell are they looking at? Like, they just like, what the fuck? Because sometimes, what the hell am I look like? What am I doing? But you know, I'm just winging it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm curious to see what the future holds.
Yeah, for sure.
I know I will be going back to Texas relatively soon because Reality of Wrestling reached out to me and they want to do some work with like the character. So I'm curious to see how that'll go down.
Yeah, it's especially like your love of Booker T to now be able to go kind of work with his promotion. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, so I'm looking forward to wrestling down there because that's, to me, that's one of like the biggest promotions there is.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know, very excited to work for them. And one promotion I would want to work for is definitely DPW because that's like they came on like so quick, but it just seems like one of the biggest like promotions right now, especially cult following. They have like a real cult following.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot of the reason why this exists. Like, because like we started going to their shows and like kind of sparked like our wanting to like just kind of get involved with wrestling and kind of re-engage, because there's good, like AML's good, Firestar's good, but they're not super local, and they're like the shows that do happen around the Raleigh area are hit or miss sometimes. The one this past weekend was awesome, but DPW came, and it's like all the stuff that like we love as fans. 20 minutes from our house. So
music.
yeah, so yeah, we definitely love to be there.
Yeah, it looks insane.
Yeah. They're going to Japan. They just did a show in Jersey. Yeah. Sky's the limit for those guys. Going back to like the start of our conversation. You able to hear us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You can hear us all right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, for some reason I didn't know what was up.
All good.
But yeah, I'm here. So I can hear you guys now.
Okay.
Kind of off topic. What kind of truck are you in right now?
Man, this is so this is a Sprinter, like a Sprinter van, like a Sprinter truck.
Oh, so it's like kind of like a small tour bus.
Yeah, I wanna use it. Say if I have like a tour or something, I think that'd be pretty cool to like tour in it like a rock star.
Yeah, wrap that shit, like put your face on the side of it.
I don't know about that. I gotta be discreet. Even though I'm not like famous. But
yeah.
Like, I mean, but I get the idea. I get the idea for sure.
It's awesome. But, go back to a little bit to like your beginnings as a fan of wrestling. You said Kane was one of like your biggest fans. What was it like the first time that you hit a choke slam?
Like, oh, I have a video of my first choke. Yeah, and it was sick.
Was it like?
I felt like honestly, I felt like I killed the guy. But I literally have a video of my first choke slam. I gave it to this guy in James Drake's class. His name is Nick, and I literally fucking killed him. But not like injured him, but it just looked crazy. And after that, I was like, I can do this. Like when I hit that, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. Like
your choke slams look brutal too. Not every choke slam is created equal. Not everybody's hitting them the same way. Yours look scary. Like
over the weekend, I thought you killed Mark James. I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Man, Mark. You know, that's another guy I would definitely want to wrestle one-on-one.
Yeah.
Just because he's a big guy. He's rough. You know, he's a beast. So that's definitely another guy I want to get in there with.
Yeah.
You know, the Battle Royal, it's kind of bullshit. You know, they eliminated me, but it's all good, you know.
Yeah, man. I was surprised.
I wanted to. Yeah. Oh, I was surprised I got eliminated too. I was surprised. I didn't think I was gonna get eliminated. They all ganged up on me.
Yeah.
And threw me out. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I saw the kids' reaction when you came out. What is like? I saw some of the kids' reaction when you came out, and it was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then they were like super into it. Like when you started kicking ass, that's got to be cool. I imagine that happens pretty much anywhere you go.
Everywhere I go. You know, I feel like that should be the reaction, man. You know, for somebody larger than life coming out, you know, you want that suspense of like what's gonna happen. So, you know, I love the fact that, you know, as soon as I come out, they know somebody's gonna pay or somebody's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So look, you know, I love it. You know, I got kids. It's just crazy to me, you know, see kids they make signs, you know, they make signs and stuff, you know, so it's crazy to see. It's really surreal to see that type of stuff. You know, seeing people going crazy when I come out.
Yeah, the first time
I love it. I feed off of it, man. Honestly, I feed off of it. It just honestly just makes me bigger than what I am.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of my favorite reactions, and this is kind of out of left field, but in South Carolina, you were working a match with Drew Hood, and the week before when that match was announced, his reaction to you on social media was my favorite thing because he was just losing his mind about not wanting to do it, not wanting to do it. So the question I have, and I have this for anyone who wrestles Drew Hood, he doesn't season his food, right?
Nah, he doesn't.
Okay.
I threw on him during the match.
You threw seasoning on him during a match?
Yeah, literally, I threw seasoning on him during the match.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
We were talking to Rehan Tejas, and I think this is right up his alley, but he should like kind of own it and then do like a promo series where he goes to cooking class. He like comes out wearing a chef's hat, like, and then it just like, I am the chef of wrestling. He goes from like the unseasoned vet to
he could, man. Both of those
He
guys.
can just add it to one of his mini nicknames.
Yeah.
Both of those guys are great. Like Drew's great. Rehan is great. Rehan, that's another guy I learned from. You know, helping me, especially when I was newer, being a big intern of business. He definitely he's even improved a lot since I first met him. So just see his improved in his body and everything. Like he's gotten just way better. He's always been good, but he's gotten way better over the last like year or two. So it's really cool.
He's on an awesome tear right now. You mentioned you're at the performance center, being able to like lift weights. What is your workout routine? Because I saw you like before your match, you were working out before your match. So I imagine that just throughout the day, you've got to have a pretty intense routine.
Well, that for that reason, I want to go out and look good to the fans.
Yeah.
Make sure my blood's flowing. Veins are popping. I'm all baby oiled up. So I look good. But yeah, I mean, I have a pretty healthy lifestyle. A lot of proteins, a lot of healthy fats, healthy carbs, a lot of greens, a lot of weights. I hit the same routine every week. Monday is my pool day, so that's like heavy back, biceps. Tuesday is push day, so it's heavy chest, triceps, shoulders. Wednesdays, legs. Thursdays, rest. Friday is chest and back again, lighter but heavier repetition, high volume. Yeah. Saturday, arms and shoulders. Sunday, rest, and then cardio every day. It's about 30 to 45 minutes a day on the Stairmaster.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely.
Jeez. So what's that bench looking like?
Man, I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell you right now. So back beginning of 2021, I had a pec minor tear, benching 405 pounds. Yeah, so it popped on a 6.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Huh?
That'll do it.
Yeah, it did it for sure. It did it for sure. So like my I haven't tested out a max bench in about 2 years, but I play around with 315 though.
Yeah, that's a fucking lot of weight. So yeah, I think a lot of people wish they could just like get one of 315 and you're playing around with it. So
yeah, I play around with 315. But
and
honestly, like
what?
Not about the heavy, I want to get quality reps in because I want to have longevity. So, I really, I don't really have a reason to go out and bench 700 pounds.
Yeah.
Some pounds. I just don't need to do it. Just maintain and gain.
Of course.
Lean quality. Because that stuff takes a toll on my body, just like pounding in the ring does. So, I put that into consideration as well.
For sure.
So that's really my goal, just maintain a nice physique, a nice healthy physique. And it's hard to do in wrestling. Not hard to do, but it's got to be smart about it because it's tiring.
Oh yeah. Sure. You able to hear us all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you guys.
Cool. This isn't really on topic, but you mentioned that there's like a couple of guys that you've wanted to wrestle. Who are like 5 guys over the next year that you have, like, if you had a list of who you wanted to face, who are those guys?
So definitely Krull. Krull's number one. And then the rest, I would say there's no particular order. So I would say Cruel, BoJack, Odyssey Jones for sure. The singles match with him. What I said? I said Cruel, James Drake, Odyssey. Who else would I want to? Yeah, BoJack. And I'll probably say my dream match. It's gonna be crazy, but my dream match should be Roman for sure.
I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
yeah. My dream match. I feel like he's on. Obviously, he's on the top of the world, but he's a larger than life character. You know what I mean? And I'm like up and coming, larger than life. So who knows? Like if my character reaches that potential, that that climax, it might be able to happen in the future. But that would be like my dream match. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, like Kane, Undertaker would be my dream match, but like physically, that can never happen because they're done.
I don't know. The Undertaker's said that before.
Yeah, but I just I just
robot legs and
I just don't think it'll be possible, right? I honestly, I don't know him personally at all, so I wouldn't be able to say it. But I just don't know if that's what he wants to do. But I would love to wrestle him for sure. Like half of my gimmicks came from like him and Kane.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like obviously I want to wrestle them. I just don't think it would be possible to do.
Have you met Kane?
I've never met Kane.
He's around. He's kind of like a semi like wrestling coach too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I feel like he would be blown away to see.
Yeah.
To see me.
It'd be like the mime thing where you're just like this and then
yeah, so I'm black with dreads and he's a white man.
Inverse Kane. We saw him at a show like they did like the Return of the Dragon show, and he wasn't wrestling, but they had him like on a booth. It was so weird. He was wearing jeans and a t-shirt and then just the mask. I was like, that is like
just looking across in the ring and just seeing that is a little jarring.
Like you see a business casual Kane just sitting in the corner on his phone was just bizarre. Like this guy that used to come out and scare the shit out of us is just now sitting at a table in jeans.
The mayor Knoxville.
Life is crazy when it comes to wrestling. You never know. Like
it's very crazy.
Yeah. I have one more question. I know Christian has one more question, especially your routine. Who are some wrestlers that you think that more people should know about?
Man, there's a bunch. Shit, I would say definitely like Rayhan, Jordan Holt, TJ Boss for sure. TJ Boss is incredible, man. He's like a legit monster, and now that he's lost like 80 pounds, he's even scarier.
Yeah.
So he's still the same wrestler, but just more agile and just even better now that he's lost all that weight.
Yeah.
I'd never say Zay Vega. I don't know if you guys ever talked to him before.
Yeah, but his name's been mentioned a lot on the show. Him and Jordan both.
He's really good. You think, man? Let me think. I know, like I would say like Malachi and stuff, but like Malachi is already like, and like Jackson Drake, they're already up there.
Yeah.
I would say Lucky. I don't know if you guys have talked to Lucky, but I tell Lucky all the time that he's like one of the best out there.
Loki kind of one time we met him as a show, like very intimidated by Lucky Ali because he kind of like bullied us into buying some wristbands. So
and now I only wear them at shows so that he sees I already bought it.
Yeah. But he's like an amazing wrestler. Like definitely should be on TV. Like character wrestling. Like he has it all. Like 100% should be.
Literally everything. That's why I tell him. Like everything.
Yeah, but he intimidates me. So I would love to have him on. If you could introduce us, that'd be great. But I don't think I have the courage to ask him because I'm just afraid of what he'll say.
I'll ask him.
Okay.
I'll ask him. Shoot, there was some more people I was gonna say. Like definitely like Drew Hood.
Yeah.
And Drew's been doing his thing. Man, like I would say, like all of Firestar. You got like Grant.
Yeah.
Grant Watts. He's tough.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's tough. Like Grant, Alex, all those guys, Mark. It's so many people. I could just name it for days because every time I go to a show, I just meet people that are really good. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the guys in Georgia either. Like they have a huge, like tremendous amount of talent in Georgia.
Yeah, is that Owen Knight? I know he's down there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like Owen Knight for sure.
Oh yeah. Haven't gotten to see him wrestle yet, but we've heard nothing but like great things about him.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
come up quite a few times.
Yeah, me and him did a tag team match at IWE versus Joe Black and Murder One. Yeah, they're all guys that live in, but that was really a fun match. It should have coming out on Independent Wrestling TV this week.
Let's check that out.
We'll definitely check that out. And my question, okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
What's that cheat meal looking like? I know you have one. I know you're clean eating most of the time, but there has to be a cheat meal in there. What's it looking like?
Sushi.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I say like sushi is like my cheat meal. But yeah, I love sushi, man. And it's so good. And I like peanut butter.
With the sushi?
Nah.
Okay.
I'd rather be like, okay, that's crazy.
So what I do is I'll blend up like egg whites, oatmeal, and blueberries and peanut butter. And it's like amazing. For me, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's healthy, but like the peanut butter with all the fats, it like adds like a cheat aspect to it, even though it's not like a cheat.
Yeah.
But so definitely like that little smoothie and then sushi, like any type of sushi. Like I can eat like 10 rolls of it at one sitting, but I can't do that. If I want to keep a nice looking physique, can't do that.
Have you been to the
I would if I could though.
Have you been to the places that have like the revolving like sushi thing where it just
Nah, I haven't. But there is one in Charlotte though that I want to check out. It's up down.
Like cheat day.
I would have to do it on the cheat day. But where I go now, it's like a buy one get one free. So I literally only go because it's buy one roll get one roll free.
Yeah.
So I'll get like 6 rolls for the price of 3. So it's
That's
like
it's a good deal.
Oh, great deal.
And this has been a great deal. This has been a great deal. This has been a great episode. This has been so much fun, man. I really do appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they never really get to like see me talk.
Yeah.
So like, some people are gonna be interested to just see me and like hear me because they see me doing anything but like drive cars and kill people.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
We'll have to have you back on just to talk about your truck. Just have a
hopefully if there's another big show like the Dorton show, if there's like a place to drive it into, I'll definitely do it again because I did that as an experiment to see how it hit. It went. I don't know if you guys were able to see that, but it.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of it.
I was definitely.
Yeah,
it was really cool. Like the actual video was like, I watched it back. I'm like, wow, it looks like a concert.
Yeah. Question.
So,
you could say no. I mean, I might ask. It's probably smart to say no, but if that does happen again, can we ride in the back?
Come on.
Like a parade.
That's what you guys do. Like you guys gonna be like my like captives or something, people that are kidnapped or something. I'm like,
or we could be.
Yeah,
like,
let's do it.
Yeah, or like we're both over 6 feet tall, so we could be like your posse. The fact that it's a posse, I should definitely be the kidnapped people.
Last time I had I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but I had my friend Cameron, Cam Kano. He's like a new guy in fight. I had him as like my kind of like my henchman, bodyguard.
Well, if you need 2 fat white guys for henchmen, let us know. Well, I wouldn't say Christian's fat, but I am.
I gotta see if your hands are up to par.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go to the gym
together. I got you.
We'll meet you at the gym.
Yeah.
Fight?
Oh, fight? Probably not. Yeah.
All day.
So how y'all gonna protect me then?
I mean, I just look
Well,
intimidating. Like, look.
He'll look intimidating.
Yeah. Hold on.
If it gets scrappy, I'll get froggy.
See?
You guys got to do your
Can't
best
even see
Knull.
my eye. I'm looking down at you right now. Hold on.
You guys got to do your best Knull impersonation because like when I walk in a room, I just kind of I just change food.
Yeah, you walk
It's
up.
true. You do that. You actually do that.
I walk in, I change food.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I would love to even just like ride in your truck. So
you can drop us off like half a block away.
Yeah.
We'll walk the rest.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can work that out one day.
Yeah. We'll start hitting the gym.
The people have been waiting for.
We'll start taking some taekwondo and some jiu-jitsu classes. We'll be ready when you need us.
You got to be able to fight.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
There's like a 50% of me thinks that I can kick anybody's ass that comes into my way.
Okay, I set you guys up protecting. So before they can get to me, they got to get to us. Then they get to me.
Yeah, I think we could protect you.
All day.
Buy you with like 30 seconds to a minute.
And then they get to me. So they have to, they going for you guys first, then come for me. Well, I sit back and watching. And then if I got to get my hands dirty, then you two are gonna be in trouble then with me.
Yep. I understand the rules, and this is my new life.
You heard it here first, guys. We will be riding parade like into the next.
You heard it here first.
Live
like Larry. We are now henchmen. We are now henchmen. This is our life.
Yeah.
You heard it live on the podcast.
I mean, vamps. You guys gonna be like vampire. You gotta wear all black.
Yeah, I'm already wearing all black. I'll take off the logo, but yeah.
So Christian, awesome. Jet black. You gotta have jet black hair.
Okay, easy.
Yeah.
Baggy vampire clothes, and then you can ride in the truck.
Vampire clothes. I got you. Jet black hair. Kicking ass. Oh yeah, we could 2 of the out of the 3 of those.
This is just a Tuesday for us, man.
Yeah, so I'm like it's like you basically be like a gothic gangbanger or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's our tag team name. We're the Gothic Gangbangers.
Oh man!
All right, coming to our merch store soon. Get your Gothic Gangbangers. Is that something that we could even say? Like, I don't feel.
I would say it, but people are very sensitive. But
yeah. So maybe we won't put that on a shirt. But this has been fun.
We'll put it on the shirt and just quote Knull, and we're okay.
So it'll be good. Yep. We'll split the proceeds with you.
Hey.
But this has been awesome. We'd love to have you back on. Not only just to talk about the truck, but hopefully to talk about your new television contract. Because that's the deal here. When you get signed, you don't forget about us. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much.
And you have me on your platform for sure.
Yeah, of course, man. This has been great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Just remember to get all black.
Yeah, I'm almost all the way there.
If they get to me, you guys are in trouble then. So
I'm glad you live in Charlotte. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.